told me when I was undergraduate in the late 90s, in the 2000 year. It was told that we should have improved Europe as the most competitive, knowledge-based society. It was something like a rhetoric and a credo, and so I was believing about that. The 2000 years passed, and we encountered the global crisis, and especially in the PIGS countries like Italy and Spain and others, we are facing troubles, and maybe we are not just questioning ourselves about the destiny of knowledge and university, but about countries, currency, and other things, welfare state. So my question is about, are we taking care about our next competitors, not just in the United States? Talking about Asia competitors, I found this pic on my Facebook wall. Well, I have a lot of friends, but this pic was making my world full, and I found in more languages. This one is in French, however you can understand quite easily, I guess. It's about a kid who is not going to finish his rice, and the mother said, "Come on, you have to finish it." In Europe, they are staring. So, you know the story. It was not just geopolitics in the 70s. This pic is wonderful. It's old. And it's about Nixon and Mao. You can see very well. Over that decade, you know, that was very changing time for China, not just for China, for the Soviet Russia and for the global world, because during those years the destiny was changing step by step. It was not just politics, it was just about engineers, for instance. Nowadays the story is completely different, and we know a lot about bonds and something like that. Even though we are not economists, and even though we are not interested in financial systems, we have to know this because it is passing story in this month. Well, the first time that I realized that this was kind of a social problem was during the maybe 5 or 7 years ago. I was reading Richard Freud. I don't know if you know him. He's a scholar from Pittsburgh, very committed to divulgation, to not just science, and he was taking care about brain drain, the attracting of PhDs, Chinese PhDs especially, in US, and why and to what extent Chinese people, citizens, Chinese people were coming back after the graduation of PhD, improving China instead of the United States. So this is my first question mark, but it's something related to US. Did we make the same question in Europe? I didn't find anything. Maybe, I don't know, because I never studied that. I started to study Chinese 2 years ago, after I was junior professor in Sapienza University. It was about globalization, so I studied something about that, and I was teaching about these issues. But as far as I know, I never written a paper about China, so I don't know that much. I have 20 papers in my folder, but I never found anything like that. This pic is wonderful. It dates 10 days ago. I found this in France 24 in English, not in French, and these chains in a Chinese university, and Chinese people were trying to save their desk in order to attend university lessons, because it's very important for them to access university and stay in university to have a better future, because social stratification is forming in these years after communism. What you can see in Chinese is Gaokao. It's an exam that filter people coming from high school, basically. And as far as I know, it's something that was told to me. I don't know if this right or no. Just 1.2% of people trying Gaokao, this exam, can overcome this exam and access university. Browsing the Eurostat database, I could only plot few figures. This is one of the figures I could, and it's about the attraction of European universities, European countries or universities. 27 countries forming the European Union, so there is no Switzerland, for instance, or Norway. However, we can see the impact of the global crisis. Maybe there is a global crisis. And I put North America, India, and China on war. Well, so my presentation is about questioning myself. It is the case to analyze these things because we don't know so much about Chinese people or Indian people, maybe in brain drains. We don't know about condition of young scientists in China or condition of Chinese people in terms of freedom of research, for instance. Are there communists in this or liberal? We don't know. Or at least I don't know, I would like to know. And social certification, for instance, for a sociologist is very interesting. Well, several bullet points, and I think it's more than enough, and I have to stop too. So if you have questions, I'm glad to.